Hi, I'm Robin Hanson, and welcome to my art gallery. And I'd like to just tell you the story about how Shep was created. Well, it's a very popular sculpture in Dorchester, New Brunswick, and rightly so. And the old Shep was carved out of white pine. However, after 21 years, it was decommissioned due to wood rot, and it just happens. And I gave the client a number of choices of material used to creating a brand new Shep. And the first one was to do it out of pine again. But that would cost about $3,500, and maybe the lifespan 12 to 15 years, plus maintenance, quite a bit more maintenance. The second option we gave the client was to make it out of polystyrene, and that's like a foam, and with fiberglass and fiberglass resins, cost about over $9,000. Longer life with less maintenance. And then there was the third option, and that is to make it out of bronze. Whoa! Life expectancy 100 years plus, and with maintenance way beyond that. Into the maybe a couple centuries. They're made to last. But the cost is significant. It was $100,000 to $140,000. And so the client chose to go with the polystyrene and epoxies. And the process starts with a big, giant polystyrene billet, which is about 4 feet by 8 foot by 4 feet. And that's what you start with. But safety first. A lot of people don't realize that you have to wear a special breathing mask with power ventilator, and that's a special hood you put on. And that little item is it's around $1,000. You have to operate in a very well ventilated area to get rid of the dangerous gases when you're cutting with hot wire, and large fans behind you, so you push the dust right outside, and it's an incredible dust. It'll just take and stick to your eyes, and so once we have the billet all in place, I start and I mark it all out in squares all around it, and then with the squares I can reference. I take the pictures, the photographs, and I start to draw out Shep, and after that I keep carving and referencing continually. And I'll tell you, this takes considerable skills. And I use saws and hot wire and axes and special design tools that I've made myself that works really well. You can't buy off the shelf. I use a lot of rotary tools, and especially in sanding, like with mini grinders with batteries. And I use extremely sharp knives and specialty tools, handmade, just like to carve the feathers and the wings, and various sanding devices to get down to that extreme detail. And then, an expensive part, 5 to 6 coats of very expensive epoxy. And then a painting process, and try to reference to the best painting or the best references that I can find in the bird books. And then more epoxy over the paint until we have it just really good. And in this case here, we're able to use the legs of the past Sandpiper, and they're made out of steel, and it's quite a job to get them inserted up in the inside of Shep and make it stable. But here we are. We've got it all finished, and here is the world's largest semi-palmated Sandpiper, New Brunswick, Canada, Dorchester. Come and visit.